All right, this is SAT prep. We are doing test 3, section 4, and this is number 16. So we're given a graph. It says the graphs of function f and g are shown in the xy plane above. It's not really above, it's to the side because of how I had to make the slide. For which of the following values does f of x plus g of x equal 0? So this is saying when are there two y values going to sum to 0? Basically, this is asking you when the two y values are opposite. And so you could walk through all of these, or you could notice, so here's 0, -1, -2. You could notice that at this spot, at -2, f of -2 is a 2. Sorry, the pen's acting up. And g of -2 is a -2. 2 plus -2 would cancel out and give you 0. And if you can see that, that's great. Like you can actually see that, for instance, one way to look at it is think about this like it's negative, right? This is a -2. This is a +2. If you added those two quantities, they would cancel and you would get 0. You can certainly look at the other values, but that's why it's -2. The other way to do that would be to find the values at -3, right? You could certainly do that. You could find the values at -3 or approximate the values at -3. If you chose to walk through all of them, like at -3, you would see that both are in a value of -1. So for A, right, it would be -1 plus -1, which is very much not a 0, right? We already saw that B was the right answer. For C, C was at -1, right? C would also be the same thing, -1 plus a -1, which is very much not a 0, right? So it's not C and it's not A. And the last one was at 0, right? Well, at 0, this is a 2, and this is much more negative than a 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So for D, it would be 2 plus a -9, which would be -7, which is, again, not 0, right? So it's not D. So it's got to be B, and that's it.